But just more so about us. Obviously, this is a unique challenge. You know, the way they can stretch you out, they shoot the three, put a lot of pressure on the rim with driving kicks, and they do a terrific job of finding that next action. So you just that mindset of you can't ever relax. But just for us, you know, being in our coverage spots early, getting our talk up, you know, being able in that mindset of multiple effort, it's going to be that type of night. That's a good question. Yeah, they are a naturally quiet group, and it's not unique to just our team. I've been on other teams; it's been an issue. You know, they just have to make it a habit where get guys more comfortable, you know, out of their shell a bit. But you know, we talked about this before. Some of it might just be with the newer guys, the lack of understanding. So if I don't understand the coverage or the situation, I'm less likely to, you know, say what I need to say in that moment. Well, I want him to relax. I think he's, you know, kind of in his own head right now. He hasn't played well. Puts a lot of pressure on himself. Just let the game come to him. Stay aggressive, but don't overthink it. You know, I think he needs to understand that we have confidence in him. His teammates have confidence in him, and I want him to have, you know, a level of confidence in himself.
Against the Warriors, do you remind your guys that your team can play great defense and Steph gets a footer? Try not to get discouraged when that inevitably happens.
Yeah, it's going to happen. You know, and it happens not just against these guys, but, you know, more often than not, it happens nightly where you can do everything you can possibly do and guy makes a great play. I just think that has to be a mindset that we don't get discouraged, we don't get deflated. It's the same thing on offense. You move the ball finds the open man, you miss an open look. You can't let that now linger and affect the other possessions. You know, stay in that moment. Give yourselves a chance by doing the things you're supposed to be doing. But if it doesn't go exactly right, stay with the process.
Wes, Janie McCauley from Associated Press. Nice to see you. It's been since the 2019 finals that Draymond and Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson have been together on the floor. Can you imagine just what that'll mean tonight? I mean, Draymond comes back from an injury and certainly different look when he's on the court, energy-wise, defensive, what he'll be defensively against you guys. Yeah,
it's a problem because we've seen his impact, especially with those other two. The energy he brings, the defensive presence, you know, 1 through 5, his ability to switch, and he's a very smart player. So he's just kind of a step ahead of the play, often very active, and, you know, and handsy, very physical and aggressive. So it's going to be an issue with their ability to switch, you know, when he especially goes to the 5. We're going to have to kind of combat that a bit. We've had some issues at times with teams that switched and junked things up. But, you know, it's a challenge, but it's something that we look forward to because when they're at their best, they're going to be tough to beat. So it's certainly an opportunity for us to, you know, come out and compete and try to get a win on against a team that has one of the best records at home.
And have you observed from afar a little bit, Klay's starting to find his
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, just a remarkable comeback for him. I'm sure you've kind of paid attention to.
Yeah, you know, and I'm happy for him, honestly. I had the pleasure of coaching him his rookie year. And, you know, you always feel for guys that when they go through those type of injuries and, you know, then it happens again. So the fact that he's able to fight his way back and get back to playing at an elite level, hopefully has an off night tonight, but, you know, in the big scheme of things, it's good to see.
What's your dominant memory of being an assistant coach here?
This place was a lot of fun. Not only the city, but this arena, the energy. I know it was the old building, but I think they brought that with them, you know, in this new environment. The fans here are unbelievable. And it's, you know, we didn't obviously have the same level of success, but the following was very similar.
All right, Coach, we'll head over to Zoom for a few questions. We'll start with Chase.
Hey Wes, they have the #1 defense, and they've been missing Draymond for months. What makes them so good outside of having one of the best defenders the league's seen in a while?
Well, they're very active with their hands. I think the second in steals and second in strips. So we just got to make sure to really value each possession. Not playing crowds. We can't make auto passes, within our offense. Hold guys off, create leads. All those details, I think those really add up and they matter because if we're turning the ball over, we're going to fuel their break, and that's obviously when they're at their best.
And how do you guys take advantage of what could be an edge in size with Porzingis out there against small lineups?
Well, I think you have to pick your spots. We know they're going to sometimes switch down the line 1 through 5. You don't want to exhaust, trying to get the ball in because they're not going to make it easy on us. So you don't want to just stagnate by trying to pound it inside every possession. There are times and there's certain things we can do to accomplish that. The more we move the ball and shift the defense, regardless of who's out there, I think it helps us. I think since the break, we're #1 in passes per game. And we've seen when our assist numbers are good, we're usually in a good spot offensively.
We'll go to Chris Miller.
Hey, Wes, from your experience in Denver, can you describe what the Warriors call their death quarter, that third quarter, what it looks like, and what do you have to take away tonight when they get going?
Let's hope it doesn't happen. But yes, I've seen that, sadly. When they start getting momentum, and, that goes back to their spurt ability, with the three-point threats they can put on the floor, they can add up points quickly. And those runs at times are insurmountable. So that's where we got to make sure we're getting great possessions. We're not turning the ball over. Obviously, make or miss, let's get our defense set and force them to play a half-court game. But if we're allowing them to play free and easy, get open looks early in the clock, early in the possession, it's going to be a long night.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I think you guys have 4 sets of back-to-backs remaining. What is the plan with Porzingis moving forward?
Well, I think the biggest key for this, this first one was the compression of games leading up to that. Obviously, hadn't played since late January, so the concern was too much too soon. And thankfully, he didn't have any ill effects or any setbacks. So as far as I know right now, I think we'll be clear from here on out.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Neil?